Good morning. Let me get this out there, everybody. Thanks, Adam. Sure, champions. My dogs seem to think I'm going to play with them right now, which is kind of a half sad story. Because I'm not going to. I'm going to drink coffee and talk shit coins. You cool with that, Bubby? Alright, neato. What's going on, guys? Hola, buenos tardes. Does tu te bendiga. Dios tu bendiga. Hello. Happy lateness. Buenos tardes. Good afternoon. My bad. And then Dios te bendiga. God bless you. Well, that was very kind of you, Ram. God bless you too, buddy. And good afternoon. Good morning for me. Benjamin, hello. Nicoletta, hello. Ian, Alsado. H, yo yo. How's everybody doing today? Everybody having a good day? It says one person's watching. That can't be right. Thanks for being here to help with understanding the market. No problem, Randy. Damn, 10 likes already. What's up? You guys are drinking water right now? What am I going to do with them? What am I going to do with them? I'm sore. Jasleen Singh, good morning. I don't know if I've seen you around here before, but good morning. A. Anazco, good morning. Simon doesn't even take me out to dinner before he expects some boom boom. All he said, first thing Simon says is looking for entries on Mex. I like it. You degenerate. You certified degen. Simon's got BitMEX open, and he's just like, oh, just waiting, man. Just give me a number. Give me a coin, give me a number. I'm fucking in right now. Oh, man. It says one person's watching, but that's obviously not right. Can't have 14 likes with one person watching. Let me see on my phone what it says. Give me a coin, give me a number. I'm fucking in. It says one person. That's weird. All right. You have that a Fuck Eyes t-shirt? That is a Buckeyes t-shirt. Yes, it is. You have been the one asking about LTC. All right, cool. Thanks for sticking around then. My bad. LTC's where it's at. LTC's got a bright future, babies. Extra P is on this bullpen on the hourly. Oh, is it? Let's take a look. No. No. If it is, it's undeveloped as hell. All right, so the 618 met the 382. I told you guys the 382 would be resistance. And that's where it's pulled back at. as expected. If we challenge this 236, I think we're going higher. I do. So let's look at Bitcoin. It's a pretty steep trend line. The daily close is everything, guys, because we've had a spike, pullback, spike, pullback, spike, pullback, right on this trend line. Look at the daily. Daily closed outside of this range. Oh, no, quit it. No, it didn't. Today's daily is outside of this range, which would be nice. But we're running out of room here, folks. Woo, I'm tired. We're running out of room here, folks. So it's going to be time to break out or break down. And by breakdown, I mean lower 6,000s. Before we try it again. But, let's look at the 4 hour. Alright, so this is a bear div. Higher low on close. Or higher high on candle close. Higher low, lower high on RSI. ETH is doing the same thing. Bear div on 4 hours, it approaches resistance. I'm sure Ripple has one also. No, it doesn't. Bitcoin Cash does. Higher high on candle, lower high on close, or on RSI. Guys, I'm tired. I'm sorry. But when you zoom out, if she's at resistance right now, I would probably expect a pullback, man. Our entry is around 205 because we took 20% profits at 211. So, and that's the 4 hour 200 moving average. What's the daily say? So if you look at ETH, these two lines on the linear chart don't matter, right? And this is like the last diagonal resistance right now. But if you click on log, I just noticed this today, these resistances will come up. It depends if you want to trade log or not. But if I don't have any diagonal resistances on linear and I have some on log, then once linear is cleared, which it is right now, we can move over to log and check those, you know. But this looks good in my opinion. I don't think we're gonna make lower lows, and that's what matters here. I think locally we're healthy, and it was seriously exciting last night, man. It feels like the start of a brilliant fourth quarter. It does. There's got to be more longs than shorts on Bitfinex. Yeah, there is. 3,300 more longs than shorts. Which, that's fine. It can stay like that. We don't want it to be like 30,000 to 10,000. I told you guys a while ago this would come back down to test this trend line. There we are. When it was up here, I told you that. Well, here you have it. There you have it. It's Wednesday. I'm really interested to see the follow through here. Because to be honest with you, unless you're buying Bitcoin for a long-term hold, I would be more likely to. Here's diagonal log resistance. Buys us some more time. I'm trading linear though. Hey, knock it off. But if we look at charts like Aeon, how can you not want to buy that? Like, for real, how can you not want to buy that? Icon, how can you not want to buy that? Neo, like, dude, these are the ones that haven't gone off yet. They will. ONT. ONT looks like a screaming buy right now. Like, what is like that? Fucking tired. What's Juan doing? Same thing. Told you guys on stream yesterday, this is where you buy Juan. And I'm looking for the slow creep on this trend line, like I told you yesterday, just like Neo had over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that is what that type of price action, not the chart, but that type of price action is locally what you're getting over here on Juan. Zcoin, how could you not want to buy that, man? Like, for real, a master node with a $21.4 million or million coin supply, privacy coin, great dev team, awesome community. How could you not want to buy that? Cardano, do we have a 4-hour bear div? Yes. Higher high on candles, lower high on RSI. So, is this a false breakout? Maybe. Daily close is what matters here. If I can buy this trend line again, I will. Mark that down in your little journals, people. Otherwise, if I look at the 4-hour for an entry, knowing that it's potentially false breaking out of resistance here, just like Zilliqa did, or tried it. I don't know if it actually closed outside of it, but it wicked outside of it. Yeah, it closed outside of it. And then Cardano's right here. But if I look at the 4-hour for an entry, I'm not trying to buy that. I'm really not. Shot above the 0.5, came back down. The 4-hour 50 moving average would probably offer a little bit of a better entry. Like, as we fib this move right here, let's say that this is the top. And if not, we'll catch a pullback, guys. Like, there's a million ways we could trade this. But it's battling the 236 right now with the current move. And that's our immediate bull bear continuation line. Let it sort itself out on its own. Don't go chasing it at the 236. That's some crazy ass shit right there. There'll be a million ways to trade this and a million ways to get in. But this 4-hour 20 EMA is going to try to prop it up at the 236, but it's right at diagonal resistance right here. And there's a 4-hour bear div. We know its time is coming, right? I just think you can get it lower than this. So, one second. If you're buying Cardano on BitMEX, the price is much higher than it is on the spot markets. Currently 32 cents higher, 32 sats higher. So my buy at the moment on Cardano is right in this zone. And then all the way down to the 200 moving average on the 4-hour for a bounce. You can get some pretty easy profits on bounces on BitMEX, like with no stress. Oh yeah, if we look at Ethereum, guys, I'm not trying to pay funding this long when it's at diagonal resistance right now. You know, taking some more off the table and then trying to catch a pullback on the 4-hour 50 is probably a good idea, because if you're on leverage like I am, because paying funding every 8 hours is a pain in the ass. Now, I will say, if we look at Ethereum, the funding right now is only 0.0186, so it's not high. So, you know, as long as price stays above this 236, how do I move this shit to dark? As long as price stays above the 236 of this current move at 216.25 on BitMEX, I'll stay in. Otherwise, that would tell me a move back to potentially the 0.5 or near the 0.5 at almost $208 could be in store. Well, I'd rather take profits. The only problem with this, guys, the only issue with this is that the 4-hour 20 EMA is right there. So, but the 4-hour 20 EMA is a short-term volatility adjusted moving average, so it moves quickly. And we're still above the 236, so by the time that price closes below the 236 on the 4-hour, 20 EMA should be right up there, all right? So you can use Heiken Ashi to see if it's flipped to red yet. It has not. It looks like it's slowing. Great volume in comparison. But, you know, 216.25, the 4-hour close below that, maybe a 4-hour close below the 20 EMA, I might be looking to pick some up at 0.5 and on the 200 moving average on the 4-hour. Maybe the 4-hour 50, like just sprinkle buys around and play bounce zones on the 15-minute. I could give you like 3 trades. But next resistance is coming up at 220, or next target is coming up at 225. So let's look at Bitcoin Cash again. I'm not, target is 0.0984 from the trade we hit yesterday. Which, let's talk about that. How about that fucking trade? And who got in on that trade? YouTube now says 2 watching. Well, clearly that's not the case. Where's Zcoy from? USA? I think they have a bunch of people in Singapore. Yeah, 1,200 on BitMEX, sure. I'd be willing to buy there. If you're in profit, I would sell here. Well, actually, Bassface, where did you buy? That's the question. If you got such a low entry that you're not at risk of price coming back to your entry, then I'd fucking hold that shit for the Coinbase pump. But if you're on leverage and you're in slight profits, I think it'll come back. And if the market gives us follow through, we'll play the pullback off of that and get in around these levels right now. Like, there's a million ways we can play this. There's literally a million ways we can play this, and there's no need for FOMO. We have an edge on the market, guys. What's up, Carmen? Thanks, Giseline. You're awesome, too. My face is on full screen. Fucking cocksucker. Why do I do this to myself? Sorry, buddy. Oh, I fucking do this once a week. God, I'm such a moron. All right, ETH, this 236 thing I was talking about of the current move, 216, 25. That 4-hour moving average, 20 EMA, should be up there by the time it could close below, if it does. If it does, I don't play 382 pullbacks, guys. I play 0.5 pullbacks, and 0.618 pullbacks of current moves. The 200 moving average should be rock ass solid. I would put some bids, some sweetheart bids there, and hope they get filled. But this bitch could follow right through out of here, you know? I love you too, Ian. I'm special needs. You got it in 1125 sats. Now, is that on BitMEX or is that on Binance? Because, well, it doesn't matter. If you got in a BitMEX at 1125, that ain't going back there. And if you got in a Binance at 1125, I wouldn't sell it. I'd hold through. And congratulations on that, because you got an awesome entry. And the real macro resistance on this is like 1700 sats. So, Bassface, congratulations, man. I think this is going to really turn out to be an awesome trade for you. But yeah, 1125. I don't care what exchange you're on. I wouldn't be selling that shit right now. No way, Jose. Still got the Coinbase pump to come. So does Stellar Lumens, and so does Zcash. Binance, yeah. Yeah, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. Congrats. Conflatulations. But yeah, so guys, the coins that I'm focused on right now are, these big caps are moving, but like one thing I want to show you guys. Let's look at Stellar Lumens from last November ish. I believe it was last November. We'll go to the day chart. And this, I remember this pump. Forget all this shit. Let's go full screen here so you guys can see. You get these pumps, right, to the 200 daily moving average, and then they come back, and it ends up being a higher low, but from the top of the real bodies to the lower, it's like minus 58%, right? It lulls you into thinking you're still in a bear market. But if you draw the trend line, it just basically almost hit the trend line. So you have this big bear market. This is when BTC is rising like all hell, and that's why a lot of SAT values are going down. Like if you look at, I'll get back to this and show you what I'm looking at, but if you look at Ripple BTC from last year, and you look at that right there, this was when Bitcoin was going crazy to the upside. And the Satoshi values couldn't keep up with the Bitcoin dominance, right? And then you look at the XRP USD chart, and it was just a sideways market. Sideways market. That's all it was. And then boom, went up to $3. It's fucking crazy. Okay? So, I mean, that's not a bear market. That's a sideways. That's a long consolidation pattern. That's all that is. So, yeah. And if we go over the entire move, it peaked below the 618 a couple times. But really rode the 618 all the way through. And if you put the 0.65 on, this was just riding the golden pocket pretty much. Okay? So the USD values weren't in a bear market on a lot of these coins, but the Satoshi values were. So if we go back to Stellar Lumens and we look at this right here, this was very significant, guys. Because from the bottoms, this bitch used to be, a year ago, 270 sats, and to the top of that pump was 300%. To the top of the real bodies, it's 200%. And you get this move, and then it doesn't follow through, and you're like, what the fuck, man? And you fib the whole move, top to bottom, comes back, smacks at 886 perfectly, and continues on. Right? Awesome. Well, here's the thing. That was a test pump. Okay? That was a test pump for that, right around the same time last year. And that could be a lot of what we're going to get this year. This could be test pump time, and then we go sideways, we bleed a little bit. Although, I think right now we're closer to like right here than we are right here. And I'm not saying that on a lot of these coins, I'm not saying that we're going to have these big bleeds like this. The market could totally react different. Not every alt season is the same. Not every bull season is the same in terms of how they structurally play out. But I think that we're closer to this area than we are to this area, which means that I think we could have some serious pumps. Now, if you look at coins like Polymath that smack their 200 moving average on the daily, we could potentially get a move. This could be Polymath Stellar Lumens test pump from last year. Smack the 200 moving average, pull back right there. Okay? Daily 50 moving average. Nice. I mean, if you would have bought that daily 50, that flattened daily 50, which was like a screaming buy at the time, it's 95%, but to the real bodies, it's 68% in 4 or 5 days. Now, the market caps were much lower at the time, so that kind of buy-side pressure that came in can move the market 60%. You might not see that right now, and you could because Stellar Lumens is, still has a Coinbase listing to be announced and the pump that goes with that. But 60% right now would be, 10% is 400 sats times 6, 2,400. That'd be 6,400 sats almost. So, yeah. That'd move it up to almost 6,400 sats from here. But if we look at Polymath, and so just, I'm trying to buy this support resistance flip, but guess what's going to be right there by the time. I'm not worried about this trend line as much. I'll grab a little bit on this trend line, but the daily 50's creeping up there. It's creeping up there. We had a daily close below the 20 EMA. It's going to try to get it back today. I'm not interested in playing this move on Polymath right now. I'm interested in grabbing this green box between 35 and I'm going to say 3,700 sats, okay? But I think 35 to 3,650 should suffice. But I'm trying to basically buy a support resistance flip with the daily 50 moving average right there. We could get a wick below on this trend line. I'm not as worried about a daily candle closing below the trend line. The 50 moving average is what matters to me here. And if we fib this entire move from bottom to top, it's right around the 0.5 fib at 36.03. And then I will not be selling it and stopping out yet. I will be looking to buy the golden pocket in the 618 to add to my position, okay? Now, one thing to pay attention. If this is a Stellar Lumens type pump, we'll get a profitable bounce out of this, right? I'm not going to delete that, so just bear with me here. But Stellar Lumens last alt season for the pump came down to the 886 and made a higher low. Okay? Eventually. Be aware of that. But what is the 886 here? The 886 to me looks like a perfect support resistance flip. Look at that. This area right here was resistance to those wicks. And then boom. If I can buy that, you bet your fucking ass I will. Because this was support before. All the way back here. Flipped. Became resistance. Flipped. Came back and was support right there. This is a very liquid range. I bet if I put VPVR on the volume profile on the side thing that you see, that there would be a big bar right there. So, yeah, fuck, man. There's 3 areas I'm trying to buy. These two go together like lamb and tuna fish. All right? That's one trade. This is a second trade, and this is a hold. This is a flip. You can call it a swing. It could take a week. Who knows? But this is a hold. If for any fucking reason we get a parallel to last alt season, and many of these coins that hit their daily 200 moving average do come back to the 786, 886 area, I will be grabbing for a hold. Okay. Because you guys gotta understand also, like, if this does pull a Stellar Lumens move, why is it a good bounce there for a higher low? Like, Dude, this would be down 55% from the 200 moving average if it came back and tested the 886. No fucking wonder it would bounce here. You know what I'm saying? And then if we look from the daily 200 moving average down to the 0.5, that's 31% down. No wonder it bounced here. 40-ish% to the 618, the golden pocket. Like, yeah, you'll get a fucking bounce there. That's how higher lows happen. You have extreme. That's why we buy pullbacks. You have extreme velocity to the upside, gets the market excited, and then when it comes back to these buy levels, it's down so far from a percentage term, it makes only sense to buy and not continue selling in a normal market, under normal market circumstances. Does that make sense? All right, so Benjamin says, concerning XRP, the first target would be at the 161. You mean the 1.618? Of, it depends where you put your decimal. It's the same shit. Of the first move up a few weeks ago, so around 15K sats. So are you talking about a trend-based fib? You have to be talking about a trend-based fib if you're looking at 1618s. So you're probably talking about this? No. You're saying the 382. This is your trend-based fib, the 382 it's at. It's at two 382s right now. So the entire move and trend base from the top to the bottom. But what are you saying 1618? Are you saying trend base from here? There's no way. Yes, you are. That's exactly what you're saying. Yeah, it makes sense to pull back there. But like, zoom out, put the cloud on. It's right at the cloud right now. It's amazing. Oh, so close to being cloud bullish, but the Kumo is red. I bet, guys, what I'm looking at with Ripple right here, and I'm just going to take these off. Here's what I'm looking at with Ripple. I personally believe this is going to be a lower high at the 382 reverse. And if I'm wrong, I'm so happy to be wrong. But I think that we're setting up. We'll get a higher low here. Guys, you got to understand that when consolidation patterns are needed, that we'll get a higher low here. Maybe back to like this area or something. And we'll get like a bullish pattern. Or a really, really long consolidation pattern. Something like this. Something like that. It's potential. Understand that. That's still bullish though. Unless this wants to shoot out of here. Because like right now, this is our current trend line. When in reality, this is our current trend line. And I'd be willing to get it right there. And then you extend your fibs out. And you might be able to get it if it goes sideways here near this trend line, near the 0.5 fib. Just continue moving on. But it's important to know that if we're looking for resistances to the upside, okay, we'll zoom out and we'll go from the top of the most recent market cycle to the bottom right here, and we're right at the 236. And I always tell you guys all the time, the 236 is a bitch on the way back up. When markets reverse, you stop drawing from bottoms to tops like that. You stop doing that and looking for catch points, and you start drawing from the top of the previous market cycle to this bottom. And there's your 236. Now, good news. we'll play horizontals on the way back up, right? Like, there's no fucking way this won't be resistance, but it won't be long-term resistance, okay? After the 236, really what we're looking at is the 0.5 and the 618 area. But, I mean, if you guys think about it, all right, so let's fib this over here. Because we were comparing this move to potentially this move last week. And I was fucking right about that as well. I mean, let's fucking go. I'm on fire right now. If we fib this, all right, we'll do that, right? No, we won't do that. It got down to like the 618. This is on the real bodies, this is a perfect golden pocket touch. If we go like that, that's fine, right? But it was around the golden pocket. It rode it right there. False close below. 20 EMA, try to prop it up, and then boom, right? Structurally, it's damn near the same fucking thing as this one. Broke below, came back up, rode it perfectly. And then boom. Oh, I tweeted this shit. Right there. November 2nd. 5 days ago. So last Friday. I tweeted this. This was the price action then. This was this right here. And I said extra prefractal playing out. It is moving average bullish on the daily time frame. The last 2 times this has happened have resulted in mind-blowing pumps. So there was this. There we go. That was the previous move that we just looked at. This is the current move that is going on right now. And it came up here. So there you go. There's that. There's that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, motherfucker. It's at significant resistance right now, though. At a 618 move to the 382 locally. And then on the way back up out of the hole, he said hole, at the 236, okay? So this is what we look for commonly as Fibonacci cluster resistance. Fib clusters, okay? I've never really gone over fib clusters with you guys. It's just using fibs to find energy points, basically, and find just confluence. Multiple looks at fibs for multiple areas where they line up in the same local area, and you're saying, oh, using Fibonacci rules, that's both of those are resistance. And we know that. I'll make this one yellow again. Because of the current move, the 618 went to the 382, well, that's resistance. And then from top to bottom, that's the 236. And which is a bitch, which I say fucking every stream. And then what would you look at that? Right here. It's 0.65, that's it's not an actual Fibonacci number, I'm not using it. But yeah, so there you go. A lot of time spent on Ripple. No, we're nowhere near the same place March 27th, I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty much. Structurally, yes, I mean, end of a market cycle. The last one was a V bottom, so this can be a V bottom, right? But test pump, structurally and Fibonacci wise, are the same exact fucking thing. I'm not saying that we're gonna get a move to the moon like this, because this was a much less liquid market with a much smaller market cap. Okay, so fighting for the new levels is more difficult. You need more buyers. But yeah, man. I mean, we could get some good ass pumps for sure. Like, we don't have to get this whole fucking move. We'll get you know, something like this move right here on 3x leverage, and then that move would actually become this move. You know what I'm saying? So we can make this happen. We can make it happen. Listen, man, trading is an art. It's not a science. We're like Bob Ross. We have a blank canvas. We have many colors, many tools, and we're trying to paint ourselves a brilliant piece to sell at 3x of what we put into it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, ETH is pulling back. You don't fucking say. Don't get scared by these pullbacks, guys. Just manage your risk. Just manage your risk. Are the calls in your private group and Crypto Critics the same? Crypto Critic, or the private group, I mean, they're coming from me, right? Like any calls in Crypto Critics from me go into my private group, obviously. I can't give as many Crypto Critics calls as I can give in my private group at the moment. Trust me, I can't. We're trading like fucking degenerates in my private group. We have like 15 trades open right now. I can't do that in Crypto Critics. There's too many fucking people. We're moving with less than 100 in my private group, and we're moving with, I don't know how many are even in the Crypto Critics Discord now. $127 plus 766. Yeah, man, that's like fucking 1,000 people. It's apples to oranges. So, I mean, you asked, that's the truth. Not gonna lie. Come on, join, baby. NoahsArkofCrypto.com. Okay, so one thing I'm looking at with Tomo Chain, because we were talking about this yesterday, how this was like a falling wedge breakout and then a retest. Don't stick to one pattern and say, oh, that was a falling wedge. That's bullish, right? Falling wedge breakout. You can have a falling wedge breakout. Like, understand, guys, that there's more than just one move or one pattern playing out here. You can have a falling wedge breakout into a bull flag, right? Like, we'll make this blue. There you go. Just understand what you're working with, right? And then we fib this from bottom to top. 0.5 to 236. Common fib rule. I mean, this is like by the fucking book. Come back down. If we can get it. I mean, I'll buy each one of these fucking levels on the way back down. But she looks good. I'm not buying right here. But a daily close above 73.14 again is boom boom time. That's the 236 of the current move. Just keep saying it. Keep saying it. Just screenshot it to me and DM it to me, and then I'll send you it. And then when the hash comes through, like submit the form, and then when the hash comes through, give it to me, and I'll put it into the spreadsheet so that I have record. What else are we looking at? So, like, coins that I'm looking to accumulate right now, guys: Aeon, Neo, ONT, Wanchain, Icon, Zcoin. Out of those, Aeon and Icon get me the randiest, if you know what I'm saying. Like, look at this. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Yes, sir, may I please have another? And don't be scared off by a pullback today, guys. We had not explosive, but we had some really nice moves yesterday. So don't get freaked out and start shitting your pants and calling your dad, telling him to liquidate his crypto accounts like, damn, Bat's fucking five. Oh, baby. Daily close over 5,300 is guaranteed new all-time highs. Oh my goodness. It's really fucking doing it. Oh. Oh. A daily close over 52.93. It's like 9,500 sats, man. Minimum is what I'd be looking at. One six, 1 8 of the entire top to bottom. And this is just local ranging. These aren't market cycles here. In my opinion, that's not how I'm playing them. What's Bluzell doing? Oh, Jesus. Bluzell, man. Grab it on this trend line, the daily 50 moving average. Thank me later. Tell me how much money you made. QKC had a nice move yesterday, but I'm still holding. That looks like a double bottom. W bottom, potentially. Still excited for VeChain. It's just a retest. Yeah, man, there's some good shit going on here structurally. I'm really excited. I really am. I'm happy to be your spirit guide. If I can channel my inner parabolic Trav. What's EOS doing? Yeah, I'm not buying this shit here. You out of your fucking mind? Well, this is the hourly. Okay. Oh, that's very parabolic. Triple top on RSI. It's like a head and shoulders almost. What's the volume look like? It's the problem, man. I mean, you buy this zone on this retest, and then it could continue on. What is ETC up to these days? Is it? Ugh. That should be where you buy it, man. It is the coin that never pumps. It just dumps and dumps and dumps. Some people started buying without knowing what it was, and now they are back holders just because it is a coin that never pumps. It is a coin that always dumps. I just made that up, by the way. And that was fucking good. That was a lamb chop song. Inverse head and shoulders on Zcash. Buy it back at the daily 20 EMA. Enjoy. Coinbase pump on the way. Now my computer's slowing down. All right. Good times, guys. Hold off on BitMEX. I'll let you know if we need to buy something. Other than that, I love you, babies. Have yourself a good ass day. Do something. Do something with yourself. All right. Have a good one, guys.